Okay, now that we know your BMR, we got to figure out how active you are and how many calories you need, because we know that you're not just hanging out doing nothing the whole time, or at least I hope you're not. So we got to figure out how many calories per day you actually need based on your activity level. So here's what we need to do. I learned that in this new textbook, there's really an important chart that is missing for helping you determine what you need best. And I've contacted ISSA. So they gave me some new information. Okay, again, you have this in your email to be sure that it's attached. So this is what I have sent you. I have sent you how to use the chart on page 409. So what you'll see on the charts on page 409, you'll actually see going back to your weight and your BMR and your lean factor. So for example, I'm going to flip over to page 410, and I'm going to remember that my overall weight and BMR was right there. Remember, I'm at 150 pounds now, okay? I'm a lean factor 1, and I'm really pretty active. And I gave myself at 165% of my BMR. That puts my daily caloric intake at 2,430 calories. And I came up with 165% by looking at this little chart that's missing from your book. 165% is moderate activity, walking, jogging, gardening, active training for at least an hour or two per day. Now here's what you need to understand. I don't get to eat that many calories every day because I'm not that active every day. Or there are some days that I get to eat more because I've been really a lot more active. So you need to actually determine by using this chart, remember I sent it to you, how active you are each day. You should not eat the same thing every single day. What you eat should always vary. It should change based on how much activity you actually do during the day. So stick with the math, step by step by step. Practice. I promise it's not going to be easy in the beginning, but you'll get to where you really think it through and it makes good sense. Now, how do we determine appropriate ratios and percentages of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates? Well, the other thing that I have for you loaded in a document for you to laugh at and enjoy. Y'all know I like my old school drawings, okay? I think when we used to eat from the food pyramid, I think we were doing, stay with me, I think we were doing a lot of things wrong. I think we should be really thankful that we did not kill people by having them eat from the food pyramid. Now, if I went back to my 2,430 calories and I were to eat 65% of my calories from carbohydrates, that would be 1,579 calories from carbohydrates. And then if I divide that by 4, because carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram, that would be me consuming 394 grams of carbohydrates every day. I would be so fat, yes, I said fat, that I wouldn't be able to fit through that door. This girl doesn't get to eat that many calories because they add to my fat tissue. I tend to be a meso-endo person. I pack on fat easy if I consume too many carbs. So one of the things I like to recommend is a more peaceful way. I like to think of it as a peace sign. I think if we would try eating better ratios of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, we would be much more efficient and effective at managing. We're getting plenty of protein, a nice amount of fat so that we don't get hungry, and then enough carbohydrates to keep us rolling. But if you want to get crazy with your endomorph, or even if you're a mesomorph, really wanting to cut some body fat, choking off the carbs is the way to do it. And yes, you're going to feel terrible, but the results are amazing. Carbohydrates are not the ultimate fuel. Fat is the ultimate fuel. We all need a little bit more fat and a lot less carbohydrates. So think how crazy this is. This is actually how I eat, and this freaks some people out. I eat about 65% of my daily calories from fat, about 25% from protein, and only about 10% of my daily calories actually come from carbohydrates. So look how that all rocks out. If I take that same 2,430 calories, multiply it by 0.65 because that's the percentage, and I divide that by 9 because fat has 9 calories per gram, that puts me consuming 175 grams of fat every day. That freaks some people out. Don't be freaked out. It's not fat that's killing us, friends. It's carbohydrates. Okay? What if we got really crazy and only consumed 10% of our calories from carbs? Okay? You guys, I eat between 50 and 60 grams of carbohydrates most days. And I have all the energy to do everything that I need to do and all the power that my body can harness to keep me as lean as I possibly can. Practice with the math. Keep going back and forth to the notes. Remember, fats have 9 calories per gram, okay? Carbohydrates and proteins have 4 calories per gram. Keep walking through it step by step. Use the notes. I promise it will work. See you soon. Bye.